If it wasn't for that taboo index, he could do whatever he wants. He said the Axiom Church came up with it. I wonder what the deal is with them. If I'm right and these people are AI floodlights in a simulated civilization, there's no way the system would let him break a rule. Hang on. Yujiro said Alice broke the taboo index when she accidentally crossed into the dark territory. But she was there by choice. She went against the system.
Hey yo guys, what's happening? It's your boy Araine TJ back again with another episode of Draw with Araine. And this week I'm just going to show you a time-lapse recap of what it is I've done over the past week, just to catch yourself up in our current state of our imaginative drawing. You can follow along, continue your own, or just hear what it is I have to say about this piece as it's going along, as it's being made. Before we continue, please remember that when drawing, you have to stretch your fingers. Please stretch your fingers before you begin. Now, before I even actually get into the video, I want to show you guys the process of this series, you know, where it began and how it's gotten this big and everything about it. So I have a few of the original drawings, the few members of this series. First of all, we have here Death Laughing. Death Laughing. Now, this piece here, you can see our protagonist standing at the edge of a precipice, looking out into the geometrics of life, yeah? Right before he finds out what is the secrets or the building blocks of the universe, he has to cross this pretty dangerous, pretty hard path. You know, these steps are balancing on these peaks, and like he'd have to be pretty balanced to cross it to find the answers that he wants to find. And then here, high up in the sky, you have death laughing at him, pointing at him with a teardrop and a gold tooth. The teardrop represents that he's taken life, he's death. The gold tooth represents that he's going to use money, wealth, and riches to try to distract our protagonist from his path. But notice, this is the stage when our protagonist has his cape on. Just know that. Okay, so then we have the leap of faith. All right. Now, this piece speaks to our protagonist sitting on the top of another precipice, another very high cliff, and he has a decision to make. Should he leap and just dive straight into this other portal that can take him anywhere at all? Now, as you can see at the very bottom of this piece, our protagonist is wearing his cape, his red cape. This cape symbolizes the Superman cape. Now, this stage of his life is where our protagonist will be okay. This cape is a clue to let you know that he can fly. He has no need to fear falling to his death because he can fly away should anything goes wrong. So yes, he is going to take that leap of faith. Then we have here another piece. Our protagonist has entered a world that is actually quite chaotic and confusing. It's a world of immaturity and poor management. And he's actually leaving this world. This world that says never lost is actually a world of totally lost individuals. So by moving away from and leaving this world, you see him entering through the portal. Our protagonist has moved on to another stage in his life, another chapter in his story. Now here we have the very first piece for this series. All right. I was inspired to do this piece because it started while in college, and I was learning about some diptych and triptych paintings from the Quattro Center. And I was inspired because there's this one painting in particular that it was when Jesus told Peter to go catch the fish after he tried to fish. I don't know if you know that Bible story, but there was a painting of that story with 3 different scenes in one. You see Jesus 3 different times, and it looks like one big painting, but if you know the scenery and everything about it, you would see that it's actually discontinued and disjointed in 3 separate parts. And what is actually happening is that there are 3 different moments in time being depicted in this one composition. So being inspired by that, you can see here that our protagonist is being chased by UFOs. And here are 3 different moments in time when he is dodging the shots. This is one entire composition. Here's our second composition, or our second scene, showing a 4th moment in time when he's much closer to the portal, escaping the world of violence, and he is seeing all the possibilities. Since this is the first portal, there's so many different worlds down here and a whole sky and other portals within the portal for him to go experience. Now, if you would like to see the very last piece of this series, which I have already drawn, you'll have to stick to the end of this video. Thank you. Now let's begin our recap. All right, guys, thank you so much for reaching this far in the drawing video. If you have, thank you for liking it. Thank you for watching it. And if you haven't, please hit that like button. It would be a lot. It would help a lot. It will mean a lot. It will cause me to, continue doing this, If you ever want to hear more thoughts of mine, you can check out my other channels. You can check out my Just a Thought videos. Just a Thought is this channel that I have where I share, just thoughts, and we discuss it. It's like a forum that I'm trying to build. And even though there may not be much interaction in the videos, I do speak to people privately about these thoughts and topics. Like, you could DM me, you can Facebook me, message me. You can find me at Araine TJ on any platform. So now, to show you the final picture that you've probably been waiting for, if you've made it this far. The final piece of the series is actually slumberous, actually gloomy to some, but it's reality. This final scene depicts death, life after our protagonist. Here we have our protagonist after he's passed in a desert, a cactus growing beyond him, behind him, and in front of him, we have a rose, new life springing out of the earth, showing that even after death, our protagonist lives on. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and thank you for following this series. I have a lot more of ideas to to put forward for you. All right. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. See you next time.